he walks into his room and he sees this object in the floor. Goes towards it. And the number he sees is 0. Right? Logically, you step on it, when I weigh myself. I cannot believe it's this much, so I'll try it again. I don't even want to look at it anymore, you know? This must be an error. It must be. Many people go through this through all their lives. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and most welcome guest. Why is it so important, this number? It's just a number after all. This number represents, in our society, more or less how healthy you are. Because if you're taller, you should weigh more. If you're shorter, you should weigh less. So by this logic, people become obsessed with this little number. And they're constantly, sometimes even looking at it. And this may drive you to become obsessed with it. Some people may go into diets. Some others want to gain weight, so they start overeating or taking protein shakes or different artificial things. Or they may even go into surgery. Now, after a certain amount of weight gain, you may have there must be health risks. There's a lot of health risks. So let's talk about diets. Diets usually restrict you about eating certain types of food. So it's not really changing your lifestyle. Let's say a diet for a month, you're always thinking about that certain food you're not eating. So if you love cake, you're gonna be thinking, I want to eat that cake, I just cannot have it. And you're gonna be constantly thinking about it. Now the day that diet ends, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have 4 of those cakes. And you're gonna eat them through the whole week. Now studies show that more than half of the people that go on diets, they actually gain a lot more after they get out of diets. So in my opinion, diets do not work. Why? Because you're restricting yourself from it. Now, why is it so complicated? I mean, it's just food. Organisms are meant to consume food, and that gives them the energy. And it has to be that simple. So why is it not that simple? You have to go to the grocery store, you have to check what kind of calories they have, what ingredients they have, if they have MSG, if they have other toxins. It's because the food that we eat is mostly artificially made. Now, if we didn't have this artificially made food, we would not have to worry about eating anything. We could just eat whatever our minds would tell us to eat. Because that's the way our body is designed to do it. Over thousands of years, we evolved to have a certain diet. Now, in the past century, we have made a lot of artificial foods and ingredients that our body's not accustomed to it. So what does this cause? It causes a lot of fat. Why? They say MSG. MSG is a toxin that we induce it in food and it makes you gain weight. Now when it goes into your body has 2 ways of protecting itself. One, getting a mucous membrane. The other one, storing fat. So it protects it, just blocks it around. When it's in there, you gain fat. So let's say you go to McDonald's or other fast food restaurants. What happens? They have a lot of MSG in it. You eat it, it stores as fat because your body's protecting itself. Now let's say that you want to lose weight, so you go to the gym, you start working out. Perfect, right? Not really. Because those toxins were being protected by fat, and you took away the fat. So what happens now? Those toxins are in your body. Now you're actually hurting your body a lot more. So what should you do? You should clean yourself first. And how can you clean yourself? Can you get a brush and just brush inside of you? No, right? At least I can't. So there's types of food that are natural that could clean you up. Vegetables are important because of that. Now other foods that are like gushy, like gelatinous filling, like aloe or chia seeds, or there's other types of food that can just help you clean yourself. After you clean yourself from the toxins, then you're able to get rid of that fat. Because when you get rid of that fat, there's no danger to the body. Now, why is this such a complicated, I guess, field? Because let's say when you go eat foods, there's foods that are really high in calories, but they're really low in nutrients. So your body's happy with it. Because we were caused, back in many years ago, your body wanted to store that fat. Why? Because there may be shortages of food later, so it has that fat to replenish. But we could go any time of the day and find food. So that's unnecessary now. We have like this antique body living in a modern world that is not functioning. So what can you do? You could look for organic foods, or you could look for other foods that don't have a longer lifespan than yourself. It's clear as that. Now I don't expect you guys to go vegan or get everything organic, but at least try to limit what you take in. Now it has been shown that when you're overweight, you have a lot of risk, and you're not gonna be in a good mood all the time. Now when you start exercising, there's natural like chemistry that goes into it, and your endomorphins start producing more, so you become happier, and your lifestyle begins to change. So next time you guys weigh yourselves, stop thinking about the number and just start thinking about having a healthier lifestyle.